Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Nabila binti Nur Azman and my partner's name is Muhammad Hafiq bin Muhammad Bakari. So our project title is Securing Database. This is development type of project. We are supervised by Associate Professor Dr. Nur Maziah binti Abdul Aziz. So this is our poster. Okay, before we start, let me give some overview of this presentation. First, I will give some introduction about this project, the problem statement, the objective, and also the methodology that we use in this project. And then my friend Hafiq will show the results and also the benefits of this project. Okay, let me start by giving some introduction about database security. Data security has been one of the modern world's biggest challenges. Any operation carried out on the internet requires protection, privacy, and also data integrity. This is because a database is a valuable component that stores important data, and it is also one of the targets of cyber attacker. Knowledge about database security is very important for junior software developers and IT students, where they need to know and understand how the database threat work. After doing some research on database threats and learning how to protect databases, we discovered that each database threat has its own set of prevention methods. So in this project, we want to propose a solution which we want to make an e-learning website that discuss about the database security, such as the type of database threat, how to countermeasure the threat, and also this website will link with other relevant online website where IT student or system developers can do some hands-on practice to face how the vulnerabilities occur. Okay, let's move on to the problem statement of this project. So here we want to highlight 3 problem statements. So the first one is database is a crucial component in any system and a key target destination for cyber attacks. So data that stored in database is a valuable asset for cyber attackers. Security reports have shown millions of losses in terms of financial and danger in terms of life-threatening. And the second problem statement is frequent attacks against databases indicate that databases are vulnerable, which makes it not difficult to be accessed by criminals. And the last problem statement is some of the software developers are lacking in secure coding. Next, the objective of this project is, the first one is to acknowledge system developers on how database threats work. The second one is to develop a website that can help improve the security of databases. And the last one is to educate system developers where security breaches and where the vulnerabilities often occur. Move on to the methodology that we use in this project. In this development project, we use iterative model. There are 5 steps in this project, which are requirement analysis, planning, design and implementation, verification and evaluation. During the requirement analysis phase, we gather information on existing work, resources and tools that related with database security. After we collect the information, we analyze the collected data carefully to make sure that the data is matched with the requirement of this project. During this phase, we also have tried some relevant websites like Hex Planning, Hexor, and WebGoat to learn on how the database threat occur. The second phase is planning. Planning is where we propose solution. We want to create e-learning website based on the information that we have. Next is design and implementation. Okay, here I want to show you the web architecture of our system. Before that, the interface was created using Adobe XD platform to create the rough form of the product website, and then we develop our website using HTML and CSS language. Before we do the last step, which is the evaluation phase, we need to verify that there is no misleading information about the database security in our website. After we clarify that, we can proceed by collect feedback from the user where in this project we collect 60 participants to try out our website. Based on this graph, most of them said that our websites are benefits for software developers, and also they find out that our website's content are beneficial to the user. The second diagram is pie chart that shows which part of our website content that the participant understood the most. Based on this chart, 50% of them understand the database thread content.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afiq, and I will explain about the benefit, the result and the conclusion for our project. So the benefit for our project is that we want to help young developer to understand more about database security. The second one is that we want to they have the experience using the hands-on to improve or help secure the database. Next, in the result, our project have created the website. So in the website, we have three parts. That is the database thread, content method, and lesson. So in the database thread, we have the content about database thread and how to mitigate the database thread. In the control method, we want to help the developer understand more about how to control the database thread for happening in the database. And the lesson itself to help young developer to have the experience in handling the database thread itself. Okay, here are the website that we have included. So here are the main page for our website. From here we can see welcome to the website. The website will help you learn about database security. You can also practice some lesson to expand on how database threat happen. So let's get started. So we will go to the first page, that is the introduction. Here in the introduction page, we will explain about database security and why the database security is important. And then next is the database thread. So here are the multiple choice about database thread. So I will go one of them, that is the injection. So injection is about SQL injection. So here we will tell about how the SQL injection, what is the SQL injection, and how example of attack scenario for SQL injection, and also the countermeasure for input injection. So as you can see here, we explain about the countermeasure for injection itself, and then the control method. Here in the control method, we have about 5. That is the access control, inference policy, user identification, accountability and auditing, and also encryption. So I will go one of them, that is the access control. Here in the access control, we explain about what is the access control and what is the access control system that can be used. So there are 5 permission. For example, they have 5 permission, program permission, and data write. Here, there's a video here. This video explain more about the database access control itself. And then we have the type of the access control, that is discretionary, mandatory, role-based access, and attribute-based access control. And then how the access control being used or you can use. So one is the two-factor authentication and mandatory access control control method. And for the lesson, my friend Nabilah will explain about it.
Okay, so this is the lesson page where we provide or we link our website with 3 others website, which is Hexplaining, Hexor, and the Hack the Box. WebGoat is the local host where user need to install the WebGoat to experience all the database vulnerabilities. This is the video on how to install the WebGoat on the Windows. So after they successful install the WebGoat, they can experience and do the hands-on practice. So under the Hexplaining, we have 3 lesson about database, which is SQL injection, command execution, and cross-site scripting. So let's see the interface for the Hexplaining lesson. So under Hexplaining lesson, we have SQL injection. So this is where the beginner or the user can try to do the hands-on session about SQL injection attack.
For the conclusion, database security is important to the people to protect their important information from getting stolen or lead to the dishonest people. There are a lot of scope that can be improved in their technique used in the database security. This project is to help them to understand more about the database threat and how to control the threat itself. Furthermore, the website also focus on reading and lesson that can help them to understand more about the database threat and how to control the threat itself. Furthermore, the website also help them to experience on how to control the threat and how to use in their real life.
Okay, that's all from us. Thank you for watching and listening our presentation.